I really hope that the audio is good. I know sometimes there's problems with the audio. But thanks to those that are joining me live and to those that will be joining me on archive, let me know what you think. There's a thumbs up button there. There's a thumbs down button there. There's a comment section there. Let me know what you think. To those in the chat, if you come through, right? If you're there, let me know what you think. I am so disappointed with WrestleMania 33, and that's given the fact now that I had very low expectations. My expectations were not very high for WrestleMania. They were low. Very low expectations. Let me tell you what you're not going to get here. You're not going to get some sugar coated bullshit opinion. That's not what you're going to get here. It's not. I'm going to be brutally honest about this crap of a product. I don't, for the life of me, I don't understand what it is, right? I don't get why the WWE, Vince McMahon being the main culprit here, I don't understand why they go through such pains to dissatisfy wrestling fans. People that love the wrestling product, I don't understand why they go through such pains to annoy us and to give us something that we just don't want to see, that we don't want to watch. Here we are hanging on because there's not much competition out there. There's no company that's, a big wrestling company in the United States that competes with it. And I keep getting people, well, why don't you watch, Ring of Honor? And well, why don't you watch, all these other, like Lucha Underground? Like, I don't, it's, if I watch one of those, I'm going to stop watching the WWE. I don't have time to watch that much wrestling. It's very time consuming being a WWE fan, and I've been a fan of it since I was a kid. Let's go ahead and review this fucking piece of shit pay-per-view. And don't worry, there was some good things about it, but let's go over it. First of all, I did not, NOT, watch the fucking pre-show. For what? You think I got all fucking Sunday? You think I have my entire fucking Sunday to just sit down and watch, commentators talk about the entire fucking card that I'm going to watch anyway? You think I want to watch them break down the card? You think I want to see that? And you think I want to watch matches on a pre-show? For what? Why should I watch a match in a pre-show? For what? If it's not officially WrestleMania, then it doesn't exist to me. So no, I did not watch Neville versus Austin Aries, which was the number one match I was looking forward to at this pay-per-view. I took a stand. I didn't watch. Mojo Rawley winning the elimination or the 33-man battle royal. Oh, how creative, WWE. It's WrestleMania 33, and it's a 33-man battle royal. Brilliant. I don't give a shit about the battle royal. Mojo Rawley won. I don't care. It's not gonna matter. Dean Ambrose defeated Baron Corbin. They put Dean Ambrose, someone who was just WWE champion, that defeated Seth Rollins for the title, and Roman Reigns, I believe. It was a triple threat. Former member of the Shield. One of the only two members of the Shield that people actually like. The Intercontinental Champion. And you put it on the pre-show. I didn't watch it. Because I didn't watch the pre-show. I don't have time for the pre-show. Right? I'd rather be my steak. I'd rather be preparing the hot dogs. I'd rather fucking walk my dog, right, than watch a fucking pre-show. Because the pre-show just reeks, and it just means we don't give a fuck about these wrestlers, but we want to have them be part of WrestleMania, so here you go. Or let's watch a pre-show where people are still walking into the fucking stadium. I don't watch it. WrestleMania, the stage, I can't knock the WWE for their production. I can't knock them for their firework display and the amazing lighting, and it's WrestleMania is a setting for that. A stadium is a setting for that. I personally wouldn't have had a roller coaster. Okay, I wouldn't have called it the ultimate thrill ride. All right, that's not what I would have done. Right, but the people that set that stage up did a phenomenal job. So I can't complain too much about that. Right, it's the WWE is always ahead of everybody in the industry. And I'm not just talking wrestling, entertainment in this business, right? When it comes to and the sports and everything, they've been ahead of the times when it comes to production value, and you can't take that away from them, right? Unbelievable set, unbelievable. I mean, it's just, of course, it's not the best set I've ever seen. I'm someone who do it grand but make it simple. To me personally, 2 years ago in San Francisco, that was a great set to me, right? That was perfect, right? But still, thumbs up, fine, good production. They sing "America the Beautiful," planes fly over, WrestleMania tradition, fine. I'm fine with that. I love that. But then New Day's music hits, and they walk out to the ring, and they, I don't like the New Day, so I'm gonna be biased here, but just looking like idiots, right? And it's whatever. They get in the ring and they do just the same shit they always do. Like this, I don't see what did they do that was so original. It's they always do this on Raw, Monday Night Raw. Like they always do this stick. Like there's nothing, original about it. There's nothing new. Same old bullshit from the New Day. And once they were done chanting "New Day rocks" and this, that, and the third, right? I was glad that segment was over. Because I'm telling you right now, they should have done that bullshit on the pre-show and put Neville versus Austin Aries on the show. You could have cut out Pitbull. Oh, we had Pitbull. He had to perform. For what? Anyway, let's get to the matches. They start off with AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. Fine. Fine. Decent match, but I'm going to be honest right now. Nothing I couldn't have seen on fucking SmackDown. Nothing I couldn't have seen on just any other fucking pay-per-view. Nothing WrestleMania-ish about it. Ooh, he jumped off the top rope and he jumped into a table. Well, he just did that on fucking Tuesday for free on TV. That time he actually hit AJ Styles. Ooh, they knocked down the referee. The referee was hurt. So they threw in 2 aluminum trash cans. He did the coast to coast. Like, we couldn't have just done that shit on fucking SmackDown or something. So good match, but was this WrestleMania quality for what you could have with an AJ Styles? No. You could have put AJ Styles in there with some quality talent, and you could have had a match of the year. That's the type of talent AJ Styles is. That's just the way it is. Out of all the matches that AJ Styles has had on pay-per-view, this is not up there. This is not one of his top matches, all right, since he arrived in the WWE. I think his match with Jericho last year was better, right? I mean, what and why the hell do you have a part-timer who's a commissioner, who's not a full-time wrestler, take AJ Styles, your best talent, to the limit? And if we think about it, kayfabe, right? This is someone who beat John Cena clean, a former world champion. This is stupid, right? And can we have wrestlers? This is me, right? Look, I'm a boxing channel primarily, right? So I'm telling you I'm just telling you, it looks stupid. Use the work punch when you do a wrestling match. Stop trying to simulate real punches, because they look even more fake. You can't simulate a real punch. You have to actually land it. Do the work punch. Right? I mean, holy shit. Anyway, AJ Styles won. I'm happy about that. He got his WrestleMania win, which he does deserve. Okay, if you want some positives, there you go. Right? But, it's decent match, passable match. But you could, with an AJ Styles, the fact that this is WrestleMania, the fact that he was the MVP of the year, in my opinion, last year. I mean, he was in match of the night after match of the night after match of the night, pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. And the fact that this is not even in his top 5 pay-per-view matches since he's come to the WWE speaks volumes. He should have had his best match yet. That's what he should have had. And he didn't, because they put him in the ring with Shane McMahon. This is insane, right? Stop putting Shane McMahon, right, on these cards. Or don't put him in there against your top talents. Let's move on. Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho. Kevin Owens won. He got the United States Championship. I don't have a problem with the result. I think the right guy won, especially since, from what I understand, Chris Jericho's going to go away for a while. I want to see what Kevin Owens does here with the United States Championship. I hope he gives it some credibility. I think these mid-card titles need credibility. right? So in one hand, I'm glad that this match, not like the Intercontinental Championship match, was on the actual card. So I'm happy about that, right? You notice how they just fucking look how they treat SmackDown. Think about it. The Undertaker was supposedly part of SmackDown, but he just miraculously ended up on Raw. That's number one. Number two, your best talent, AJ Styles, all right, is on the opening match of the night against Shane McMahon. Your biggest name, John Cena, is in an intergender tag team match. Your tag team champions are in a battle fucking royal on the pre-show. Your mid-card title, the Intercontinental Championship, is in the pre-show. I mean, holy shit. This is all about Raw, Monday Night Raw. That's what it came down to. But anyway, Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho. Uh, I'll say this. It was a good match, but, man, they don't let these guys go, man. They're capable of so much more than this. Like I said, it's a good match, but I've seen both guys have better matches on fucking Monday Night Raw in 2016. And this is WrestleMania. They did some of it. I mean, Kevin Owens did a good job verbalizing you were never my best friend and this, that, and the third, but it's they still had a basic match. I never felt like they sold to me how personal this was, right? And it's you need to understand that there's an art to this. It's when and a lot of this I blame it on. Oh, we can't have guys bleed, no blood, and we can't do this, and we can't go over the top because we're PG, and this bullshit is harming the product, right? And this is a match that needed blood. Chris Jericho should have been a bloody mess at the end of this match. You don't have to make it a hardcore match, but have him throw him against the pole or something, or the post, that is, or something. Hit him with a ring bell. I don't care. Get creative. It was disappointing. You could, and you don't even need the blood. Like, don't get me wrong here, but there's a way to sell a personal rivalry, right? And DDP versus Macho Man Randy Savage, perfect example of that. All right. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold, perfect example of that. Even Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels in Survivor Series, before the screw job happened, they sold it well. But anyway, good match, but there was just so much more they could have done. Right? Given the fact of all the buildup, it was very underwhelming, if I'm honest. Right? Bayley defeated Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks. It's First of all, if you're only going to have them go 12 minutes in total, then why even bother having it be a fatal four-way elimination? Why even bother? Just tell Nia Jax to sit her ass down. She's not going to perform tonight. All right? And they fucked this up months ago. This should have been Charlotte Flair with the title, right? Versus Bayley, and Bayley defeating Charlotte Flair, who had the pay-per-view record. She was undefeated on pay-per-views and had the title. If Bayley wanted the title then, it would have been a bigger deal. It just felt like just another Monday Night Raw. Right? It felt like another Monday Night Raw wrestling match. Right? I've seen much better work by the women on SmackDown on a regular Tuesday night. If I'm honest. It was okay at best. Right? The Hardy Boys returned to defeat Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, who, I mean, just seemed like ghosts in that match, like they didn't exist or something. Right? They were the defending champions. Enzo and um, Big Cass, Sheamus, Cesaro. It was cool to watch the Hardy Boys come back. It was a real and you see it. Look how much people love a real tag team. Look how much people just love that. Yet they don't build these tag teams anymore. Jeff Hardy did a swanton, or it wasn't really a swanton, but he kind of fell over on Sheamus and Cesaro. He mainly hit Cesaro. I think he fucking hurt him pretty bad, to be honest. Didn't really get Sheamus much, but um, it was a okay match, and I'm surprised I'm saying that, given the fact that there was fucking ladders involved. You have bodies, and you have the returning Hardys, and you gave me an okay match at best. I mean, the match is okay. I mean, I wasn't. A story was not told in the match. It was just dudes just randomly just hitting each other with ladders and throwing themselves off ladders, and I mean, just terrible. You know, it's I how could they not have the chemistry intact? Why are guys climbing ladders like they're turtles or something? Because no one is anywhere near them. They're on the ground. So they start climbing the ladder like super slow, obvious, making it obvious that someone's going to come, meet them at the top or take them off the ladder. Just terrible. Terrible. I mean, it's if you go back and watch some classic ladder matches, they don't do that bullshit, right? Holy shit. But anyway, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy won. Big moment, big WrestleMania moment, but I don't know where is this going to go. I have no idea. But it did shake up the tag team division. So overall, good job, right? By the way, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. You think with that many bodies, you're going to tell a story in 11 minutes? Really? John Cena, Nikki Bella defeated The Miz and Maurice. Ooh. 9-minute match. Waste of time, this match. Waste of time. Right. The promos and watching The Miz imitate John Cena was far more exciting than the match. Very predictable. I think everybody kind of knew John Cena was going to win. All right. And because of the rumors circulating and how obvious he kept making it, everybody knew John Cena was going to propose. All right. So there you go. Seth Rollins defeated Triple H. Non-sanctioned. Well, why did you just call it a no holds barred match? Like non-sanctioned match. They're getting creative, like they're trying. I have so many issues with this match, man. They had look at the time. They had almost 26 minutes. That's I don't believe that's including the entrances and all that. That's ding ding to the end. Look, Triple H has a lot of critics, right? And I'm one of them. But I don't believe I'm that big of a critic. And if I'm honest, I always feel like something is just not there in Triple H matches. And it's like it's not like he doesn't have bad matches, but there's always something missing. Look, man, this match had so much potential, and at times they did a phenomenal job selling. I mean, he could barely walk to the ring. He's limping. Think about this. He's struggling to get to the ring, limping to the ring. But then he would have spots in the match where it was obvious there was nothing wrong with the fucking knee. And look, if you're gonna go with the angle that you have an injured knee, then you gotta sell that sucker, right? If it's obvious that it's not injured, then you're doing a terrible job. It's crazy to me. There'll be moments in his match where I'm like, did Seth Rollins just forget that he has a fucking injured knee? So it was a decent match. I think the match, for what it was, it went too long, far too long, right? It was one of the few matches on the show that actually told a story because it was obvious, right? The knee. But, and they did a decent job, but it's, I don't know. It was one of the matches I was really looking forward to. And I mean, if you saw the promos that Triple H did, talking about how I'm gonna destroy your career and end you and this, that, and the third, and it's just it was just another match. Sure, he was attacking the leg, I get that, but it was just I didn't get the feeling like this is an individual that wants to end this guy's career. I just got the feeling that this guy just wants to win the match. That was the wrong approach. So if you're gonna book this match and you're gonna have Triple H win, I'm sorry, Seth Rollins win, you have to be realistic and know that, okay, we're selling the fact that he has an injured leg. So if Seth Rollins is going to win, okay, it's going to be because Triple H had plenty of opportunities to win the match, but he just wanted to end the career of Seth Rollins. And in the mistake in doing that, Seth Rollins took advantage and won the match. That should have been the story of the match. I mean, this whole like, oh yeah, he's a one-legged man, but I'm struggling to beat him. Holy shit. Terrible. And you know, I never liked people laying out a table on the outside because you're making it obvious that the match is not going to end until that table's utilized. It's stupid. Did you need? They didn't need that spot where Stephanie got hit and went to the table. I mean, that was cheap, right? Randy Orton defeated Bray Wyatt 10.5 minutes. You give these guys half the time. It was a good match, but what? Why is Randy Orton winning? I mean, it's Bray Wyatt, right? Pinned John Cena and AJ Styles at the Elimination Chamber, and then the next day, Tuesday or something, pinned John Cena to retain his title. It's you're broken up the Wyatt family. You strip this guy of everything, but at the expense of the storyline. And he finally won the title. It was a very popular choice. And then you have him lose to John Cena. I'm sorry, to Randy Orton. Has Bray Wyatt even won a WrestleMania match? Was it last year when you had The Rock make a fool of him and the Wyatt family on at WrestleMania? Well, wasn't it like just 2 years ago that the Undertaker defeated him at WrestleMania when he was talking about being the new face of evil? No, we got to give it to Roman Reigns, right? Wasn't that like before that you had him lose to John Cena? Never won anything. Has Bray Wyatt ever won a match at WrestleMania? Off the top of my head, I don't know. It could have been it would have been huge. Randy Orton losing to Bray Wyatt does nothing to Randy Orton. Nothing. Bray Wyatt beating Randy Orton in WrestleMania does a lot. Holy shit. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. It's as I predicted, right? Under 5 minutes. It was 4 minutes and 45 seconds. There wasn't much these guys were going to do, right? Goldberg could do a spear and a jackhammer. That's all that motherfucker could do, right? How many times can he do that, right? And then when Lesnar, I mean, suplexing and F5s. That's all you could do with Goldberg anyway. So what else are they going to do? That's all they could do. Suplex, F5, spear, jackhammer. Those were the 4 fucking moves you had in the 5-minute span, right? I mean, spear. It was suplex, suplex, spear, 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 miss spear, suplex, 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 F5. That's your match. That was a fucking match. They got the look, right? They got the name, and they have impact. You gotta give them credit for that. The dudes have, I mean, they make an impact when they slam dudes. But there you go. Brock Lesnar won. The right man won. Lesnar could have far better matches with other talent, right? It's we need to end this Goldberg thing. Goldberg has a fucking spear and a jackhammer. That's all he has now. That's it. I mean, they should mix it up there. You give him the clothesline or something. But other than that, what is he going to do? That's all he could do. He's 50 years old. So there you go. Lesnar won. He won clean. He kicked out of the jackhammer. I mean, from my knowledge, no one has ever kicked out of the jackhammer. The announce team did a terrible job selling that. Terrible job. But nonetheless, right man won. Right? It was what I expected. Right? And then Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Mickie James, and Natalya. That match went 5 minutes. Wow. But why do you put this match after Goldberg? Why do they do this? Nobody wants to see matches like this. Okay, when you're having your big quote unquote main events. Naomi won. I mean, I'm happy for her, and I like her as a talent, but there you go. And then they found a way to put Roman Reigns in the main event again. On one hand, as it turns out, it looks like this is the end of the Undertaker, right? But it's 3 straight fucking years we've had to deal with Roman Reigns being in the main event of WrestleMania, the last match. We've had to deal with that, and every single time he's gotten booed, he's gotten rejected. The fans don't want him there. I've never ever in my life have seen a wrestler be so force fed. By the way, they had 23 minutes. Never have I seen a wrestler be so force fed to the public like this. Ever. It's been 3 straight years of trying to get this guy over. I mean, I don't understand. You know, it's, they put him in there in the main event against Brock Lesnar. They put him in there in the main event against Triple H last year. They put him in there in the main event against The Undertaker this year. And for the life of me, the WWE keeps insisting with this motherfucker. People don't want him. I know I don't want him. He doesn't deserve that spot. They don't want him in that spot. So when they say, well, he gets a reaction, he's in the spot they don't want him to be in. Look, they want him to be cheered and loved, but they're force feeding this guy to all of it. They're force feeding him. It's there's no turning. There's no turning back for Roman Reigns here. He's not going to turn heel. This is Vince McMahon being stubborn. Oh, he gets a react. A lot of guys get reactions, and they don't get a push. And that's a spin. Hey, man, he gets a reaction. When he walks out there, you got to admit, everybody's up there, and they're giving him a reaction. Well, yeah, you put him in the main event of WrestleMania on the last match against The Undertaker. And everybody kind of understands that you're going to have him win. What do you want people to do? Just go home? Well, stop watching. Yeah, a lot of people have stopped watching. That's why the ratings suck, right? Roman Reigns won. By the way, between Goldberg and Reigns, I mean, holy shit. How many spears do we have to see on one fucking night? Spear Mania. Let's see. Goldberg landed a spear and then another spear. Brock Lesnar rolled out. He landed a spear to the barricade. Did he land another one? I don't remember, but I know he missed one, right? That's like 4 attempted fucking spears. Reigns at least went 4 times for a fucking spear. How many spears on one fucking night? But I digress. I'm not gonna be like one of those fans that oh my god, how could they do this to the Undertaker? Like I don't care, right? Um, not to that degree, but it's like take advantage of this, like make him heal, like something. This is insane. What are they gonna do next? What are they gonna do? So there you go. I mean, they're clearly going the path of Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, maybe around SummerSlam. That's where they're going. And if I'm gauging it right, they're going to have Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. That's where this is going. Everybody knows that's where it's going. That's the plan. Everybody hates that plan. So when they boo, people say, "Well, he's getting a reaction. That's a good thing." When everybody knows they want people to love him, to cheer for him. I don't understand why this guy's being force fed like this to us. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's what, look at this match. What did he do with the Undertaker? Spears and spears and clotheslines and outside of the ring and then attempted spears and Superman punches, which is jumping in the air, throwing downward punch. Right? He hasn't done anything. It's this is insane. Shout out to Hulk Hogan, brother. It's all good. Polish your apple. I still get my money. I don't give a fuck. Like, who watches or who doesn't watch. But anyway, um, archive views, buddy. But check it out. All right. If I all this, it's WrestleMania is a perfect time to like start over, start a new season. They're making it clear that it's Roman Reigns season all over again. That's what they're doing here, right? So it's that's the reality, right? But what are you gonna do, right? Anyway, that's basically the whole card, right? That is the entire card, literally. Very disappointing card. I'm very disappointed with this WrestleMania. It was way too fucking long. It's way too long. This WrestleMania was just way too fucking long, right? They need to cut off a lot of bullshit here, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, I am gonna head the hell out of here. I'm gonna head to bed. I'm gonna get to sleep, and I'm out. Boom, 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 boom. I'm out.